Saturday, but it's going to be nice. It's a nice, calm Saturday. We've got the PGA Championship going on. In fact, they're going to tee off pretty soon. We will start our updates at the PGA Championship in the next half hour.
AM 1230 KXO's coverage of the major golf events continues this week with daily updates from the Quail Hollow Club and the PGA Championship. Hourly reports are brought to you by CET, the Center for Employment Training, Southwest Security Service, Dharma's Floor Covering, Rush Steel and Supply.
And again, we'll pick up those updates at 8 o'clock this morning, or just after 8. Right now, we got some birthdays to go over, the big shot birthdays. These are people born on May 17th, of course, because it wouldn't make any sense to do any other date. Actor Peter Garrity, he's in The Wire. He's 85. Been around a while. Shame I haven't heard of him. Singer Taj Mahal. I've heard of Taj Mahal. He's 83. Not the seventh wonder, but the guy. Drummer Bill Bruford. He was played with Yes and King Crimson. Not at the same time. 76 years old today. Kathleen Sullivan. She's a TV personality. She's 72. That means she does nothing but be on TV. Singer Enya. She does a whole lot of singing. She's 64. Greg Ferguson, one of the funniest comedians and late night hosts ever. I enjoyed his shows a lot, and he's still out there touring as a comedian. He was on the Late Late Show and the Drew Carey Show. That's how he got started. Now he's out there touring. Keyboardist Paige McConnell of Fish is 62. We have who do we have? David Eigenberg of Sex and the City, 61 today. Paige Turco was in the 100, is 60 years old today. Hill Harper was in The Good Doctor and CSI New York, 59 today. Who else do we have? Jordan Knight of the New Kids on the Block, 55 years old, not a kid anymore. Actor Sandhill Rama Murthy was in Heroes, is a 51 today. Kat Foster of Till Death, 47 today. Taj Mowry of Smart Guy and Kim Possible is 39 years old today. Nikki Reed was in Twilight. Nikki Reed is 37. 11 Rambin was in The Hunger Games, Terminator, and the Sarah Connor Chronicles. Quite a career. Only 35. So a happy birthday to the big shots. We got the people that we may actually know coming up next.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the CIF and the California State Athletic Directors Association.
Happy birthdays today going out to Barbara Bishop, Isa Gonzalez, Sienna De Luca, Toby Weber, Katie Johnson, Julio Gutierrez, Juan Campos Sr., Olympia Flores, Charlie Garcia, Gustavo Munoz, Judy Hamilton, Julissa Serrano, Kay Neves, Melissa Ramirez. We have Nicholas Ivan Cordero, Sandy Ruiz, Sergio Lopez, Charlene Coffey, Susana Salgado, and Peter Pena. Happy birthday to each and every one.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And we've got your World in California news headlines brought to you by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District, delivering real-time updates about the air that you breathe.
CBS News Brief. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear says 14 people are dead after a tornado ripped through. Acknowledging the devastation nearby, Somerset Mayor Alan Keck says,
and just knowing what other communities have been through with devastating tornadoes and flooding, in spite of the challenge, it's hard not to be grateful.
7 were killed in Missouri, 5 in St. Louis when a twister carved a path along a busy highway. FEMA may not be ready for the upcoming hurricane season. CBS's Nicole Skenga.
A FEMA internal review authored by the agency's top planners and obtained by CBS News warned the intent for this hurricane season is not well understood. FEMA is not ready.
The season runs June 1st through November 30th. Our Deb Rodriguez on the biggest international music competition that's starting today.
The Eurovision Song Contest final begins in Switzerland at 3 p.m. Eastern Time.
CBS News Brief. I'm Stacy Lynn.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
California headline news. PG&E is asking state regulators for permission to raise its rates if approved. The increase will start in 2027. PG&E CEO Patricia Poppy says this will be the lowest request the company has made in over a decade.
It will also interrupt these double-digit increases. That's not sustainable for our customers. We've got to be able to show customers we can do better work at a lower cost.
A teenage video gamer in Tennessee is being hailed as a hero after he thwarted a potential deadly attack in Northern California. The teen was playing video games when he heard 2 of his teammates planning to kill 100 people at Evergreen Middle School in Cottonwood in Tehama County. 2 teens have been arrested. Tehama County Sheriff Dave Kane.
I guarantee you it would have affected everybody in this building. It would have affected families, and it would have been something that a cloud that this community would probably not ever have been able to get out from under.
Mike Sauceda, California Headline News.
And the World California News headlines brought to you this morning by Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org for real-time information about the air that you breathe.
KXO AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
And it is time for page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, with 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors in the Brawley Auto Center at Highway 86 and Julia Drive and at the Imperial Valley Mall. In the KXO newsroom, semi-tractor trailer rig caught fire on Mountain Springs grade yesterday. A big rig was coming down the grade on Interstate 8 at about 3 p.m. When the brakes caught fire, the fire spread to the trailer and the vehicle became fully engulfed in flames. The driver and another person were injured by debris from the exploding tires. Semi continued to burn, blocking both eastbound lanes just west of Ocotillo. Imperial County fire crews were able to extinguish the fire. Traffic was backed up to Incopa until one lane was reopened. Finally, crews worked to empty the cargo from the burned trailer before they could tow the big rig clear of the highway. Freeway was fully reopened at about 8:15 last night. Caltrans reported that there is damage to the roadway that will have to be repaired. And it was shades of the Old West in Yuma shortly before 9 p.m. Thursday night. Yuma County Sheriff's deputies responded to a report of gunshots in the 15700 block of South Rincon de España. Initial investigation determined that a man showed up at a residence and began shooting at the occupied house. One of those occupants returned fire. No one was hit by any of the bullets. With the assistance of the Border Patrol and Somerton Police, deputies were able to locate the suspect hiding in an overgrown mesquite tree. Suspect Jose Jesus Ochoa, 72-year-old from Yuma, was arrested and booked into Yuma County Detention Center on multiple charges that include aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. We'll have more in just a minute.
Here's an idea. When your vehicle is just sitting there, whether it's at work or at home, and it needs service, let our mobile service come to you. Hey, this is Lauren at El Centro Motors. Whether it's batteries or brakes or tire rotation or an oil change or pretty much any need that your vehicle has, let us come to you. By utilizing our mobile service, it's easy. Just give us a phone call. We'll get your appointment set. Or if you prefer, you can visit us at one of our 3 conveniently located quick lanes for any and all of your service needs.
And the Imperial County Farm Bureau Annual Scholarship Barbecue was held. It's held earlier this month. Imperial County Farm Bureau proudly hosted its 72nd Annual Scholarship Barbecue on Friday, May 2nd at the Imperial Valley Food Bank, thanks to generous support from the community, sponsors, and volunteers. They say the event was another tremendous success and enabled the Farm Bureau to award a total of $55,450 in scholarships to 39 local students pursuing agriculture-related degrees. Another job well done. Another entertaining weekend. Last night it was the Park After Dark in Imperial. Tonight it's going to be the traditional event that hasn't been held in a while. El Centro is bringing back the Ice Cream Social and Rain on Main. Long-awaited return begins at 6 o'clock this evening at the downtown square. The free, family-friendly event will be an evening of fun, live music, food vendors, kids zone, and a beer garden. And the El Centro Fire Department will provide the rain. Today is also Community Climate Action Day. Starts at 8 o'clock this morning. IID and a group of volunteers are helping enhance the Shank Alamo wetlands near Brawley. That's going on throughout the day today. That's it. That's page 1 of the local news. A service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment.
From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO.
Goddard's Gold. What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Goddard's Gold.
And it is now time for page 2 of the local news and the local weather, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving up the best burgers in town with daily lunch specials Monday through Friday and happy hour 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. every day. Gabby Newton, a recipient of the John Scheffelbein Leadership and Literacy Award. Newton is a teacher in the Heber Elementary School District. It is presented by the California Reading and Literature Project. It honors educators who demonstrate exceptional leadership in literacy instruction. The award is named after Dr. John Scheffelbein, who was a visionary educator who devoted his life to helping all students, especially English learners, become confident and capable readers. And 2 seizures at the San Diego area ports of entry. The seizures were at the Otay Mesa and San Ysidro ports. In total, they seized 28 parrots and 3 chickens. The first seizure was at the Otay Mesa port. A man driving a 2017 SUV entered the port. He was sent to the secondary inspection area. At secondary, CBP officers asked the driver to exit the vehicle so they could search inside. As he exited the vehicle, the officer noticed a strange bulk in the driver's ankles. They performed a security pat-down and found 6 parrots in the man's boots. The driver was detained, and the rest of the vehicle was searched. 6 more parrots were found near the passenger seat, 2 of which were dead. The second incident happened at the San Ysidro port of entry. 26-year-old man in an SUV drove up to the port. There were 2 passengers in that vehicle. They were all sent to the secondary inspection area. Customs and Border Protection noticed movement under a blanket in the back of the SUV. They lifted the blanket and found a cage. Actually, they found 2 cages. One cage had 16 undeclared parrots. The other cage had 3 undeclared chickens. The driver and 2 passengers were detained for processing. And the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District will host a get-together Monday, AB 671, North End Community Brawley Westmoreland Calipatria meeting will cover clean air. Assembly Bill 617 established the Community Air Protection Program. Program's focus is to reduce exposure in communities most impacted by air pollution. Program encourages communities to work together to develop and implement new strategies to measure air pollution and reduce health impacts. The meeting will be run from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. at the Westmoreland Youth Hall. Food and drinks will be available, as will interpretation services. More information is available at the APCD website. And we got your weather coming up next.
Hungry for the best burger in town or an ice-cold beer? Did you know that Burgers & Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? Get drink specials all day like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. For May specials, try our Pineapple Martini or an ice-cold bottle of Busch Light for $3.99. May plate of the month is a machaca torta. And we now offer a new seasonal dessert, the Churro Ice Cream Sandwich. Burgers & Beer, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Open daily starting at 9. Burgers & Beer, for the best burger in town.
The high temperature yesterday, 94 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 64. National Weather Service says gusty winds today, resulting in wind advisory going into effect this afternoon, and locally elevated fire danger, and a return of gusty winds on Monday. Substantial warming trend over the weekend and to the next week, resulting in widespread moderate high heat risk during the latter half of next week. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies, highs right near 91. West to southwest wind 5 to 10 miles per hour, gusting as high as 35 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight, overnight lows around 64. West northwest wind 25 to 30 miles per hour, gusting as high as 45 miles per hour. Sunday, sunny skies, highs right near 89. West winds at around 10 miles per hour, gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Sunday night, clear skies, overnight lows around 64. West wind 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Monday, sunny skies, highs right near 94. West to northwest winds around 10 miles per hour, gusting as high as 25 miles per hour at times. And right now we're looking at 74 degrees, 41% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality still moderate in Calexico, still good for the rest of the region. The local news, page 2, and the local weather brought to you by Burgers & Beer, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family or meet your friends at Burgers & Beer.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
And Sports Time is brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Hospital, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best of care. The PGA Championship, it's getting ready to tee off. Ahead of the leaderboard, still Jonathan Vega. Vegas he's led the Reds to day 2 and going into day 3 of the PGA tournament at Quail Hollow court. He's not too far ahead of Scotty Scheffler. He is still in full control of his game, but only 3 shots back into the weekend. So there you go. Vegas is still the guy to beat. In the NBA, it was elimination time. Knicks defeated the Celtics 119-81. New York takes that series 4-2. They move on from the semifinals. No games will be played in the NBA today. The National Hockey League playoffs, Maple Leafs beat the Panthers 2-0. That series is tied at 3 games apiece. They will have a game today. Jets take on the Stars. Dallas leads that game, or that series, 3-2, and could possibly clinch today. Baseball, well, no, the NBA got underway yesterday. There are 3 teams undefeated in the new season. The Mystics, Lynx, and the Sparks all won their initial game of the season. That now baseball scores coming up next.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
And on the Major League Baseball scoreboard, it was the Cubs over the White Sox 13-3. Reds beat the Guardians 5-4. Phillies got by the Pirates 8-4. Yankees beat the Mets 6-2 and heckled Juan Soto a whole bunch, apparently, because he didn't do much. The Nationals, they defeated the Orioles 4-3. It was the Tigers 5-4 over the Blue Jays. Braves beat the Red Sox 4-2. Marlins defeated the Rays 9-4. Cardinals over the Royals 10-3. Astros got by the Rangers 6-3. Twins defeated the Brewers, shutouts 3-0. Diamondbacks shut out the Rockies 8-0. Mariners beat the Padres 5-1. Padres didn't look good at all in that game. The Angels beat the Dodgers 6-2. Dodgers pitching is just hurting really bad. The Giants defeated the Athletics by a score of 9-1. From the moment Brock Purdy stepped in as their starter in 2022, the San Francisco 49ers has told anyone who would listen that he is the quarterback of not only their present, but as also their future. On Friday, the Niners put significant action behind those words as they agreed to a 5-year, $265 million deal that includes $181 million in overall guaranteed money with Purdy, according to sources. It's a massive pay raise for Purdy, who known as Mr. Irrelevant for being last pick in the 2022 NFL draft. He earned $2.6 billion total for the first 3 years, or the first 3 NFL seasons. Now he's going to get a little bit more than that. And with the 38-point defeat in an elimination game has a way of hurrying the stages of a loss. Boston Celtics were at acceptance by the time they left Madison Square Garden Friday night, reconciling their loss 119-81 to the New York Knicks. We already went over that. 18,064 fans clad in violet shirts filled the Chase Center, making the Golden State of Valkyries season opener the second highest attended home debut in WNBA history. Kelsey Plum made a bit of history of her own in her first game in a Los Angeles Sparks uniform. The Sparks beat the Golden State in the season opener. Juan Soto's return to the Yankee Stadium in a Mets uniform Friday night went just about as he expected, with loud, relentless boos and chants from scorned fans still offended by his decision to choose the Mets over the Yankees during the off season. He didn't play very well either, so that overall was not a good night for him at all. In the season opener, putting former UConn stars with massive expectations against each other, Nafisa Collier scored 34 points to outshine the WNBA debut of Paige Buchers and the Minnesota Lynx's 99-84 win over the Dallas Wings on Friday night. And the Denver Nuggets power forward Aaron Gordon was diagnosed with a left hamstring strain, and his status is in doubt for Sunday's Game 7 against Oklahoma City Thunder, according to sources. That could be significant, may mean nothing at all. Depends on his backup. That's it. Sports time brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Hospital. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
For more than a century, AM radio has evolved to meet the needs of our community. In their car, at home, or on the job, more than 80 million listeners depend on AM radio each month. AM radio is also the backbone of the emergency alert system, which keeps us safe in dangerous times. It's reliable, free, and public safety depends on it. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Okay, before we move on, got your border wait update. You got a 30 to 35 minute wait downtown. No wait in the Century lanes, no wait in the pedestrian lanes. Eastport, the Gateway Port, 25 to 30 minute wait in the regular lanes, 25 minute wait in the ready lanes, no wait in the Century lane, East Century lane. There's no wait at the Andrade Port, and that's how it's pretty much been for a while. On we move, upward and onward. Sports World Roundup. It's just already been there. We did that. How did we get them again? It's time for the financial news and weather brought to you by Southwest Security. And Southwest Security. U.S. stocks surged to close near the highs of the U.S. session on a Monday after a U.S.-China deal to temporarily slash reciprocal tariffs offered relief to markets worried about a trade war. S&P 500 soared nearly 3.3% to its highest level since March 3rd. Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 2.8%, or more than 1,100 points. A tech-heavy NASDAQ composite led the gains, rocketing up 4.3%. Wall Street notched a banner a day after U.S. and China put tariffs on pause for 90 days as the scope of the tariff reductions surprised investors. The U.S. is dropping its duties on most Chinese imports from 145% to 30%, while China is lowering its 125% tariff on U.S. goods to 10%. So everything seems to be working out. We'll see how it goes.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in the Imperial Valley and Coachella Valley. The mission has always been to protect your property, whether it's your home, business, or construction site. Your satisfaction is their number one priority. Make that phone call today to protect your property by calling Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 760-970-4500. And don't forget about Southwest Postal, your one-stop shipping center. Plus, they offer you 24-hour mailbox rental located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro.
The high temperature yesterday, 94 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 64. National Weather Service says gusty winds are expected today, resulting in targeted advisories, wind advisory in effect for this afternoon. Locally elevated fire danger and a return of gusty winds on Monday. A substantial warming trend next week, resulting in widespread moderate heat risk during the latter half of the week next week. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs right near 91. West to southwest wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. Gusting as high as 35 miles per hour. Wind advisory in effect this afternoon. Mostly clear skies tonight. Overnight lows around 64. West to northwest wind 25 to 30 miles per hour. Gusting as high as 45 miles per hour tonight. Sunny skies on Sunday. Highs right near 89. West winds about 10 miles per hour, gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Sunday night, clear skies, overnight lows around 64. West wind 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Sunny on Monday, highs right near 94. West and northwest winds at around 10 miles per hour, gusting as high as 25 miles per hour at times. And right now we're looking at 74 degrees, 41% the relative humidity. Financial news and weather has been brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal Service, the only postal box service offering 24-hour-a-day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal at 4th and Heil in El Centro.
KXO AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. Know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
It's 8 o'clock at KXO El Centro, California.
Kentucky alone, and the governor there says the toll is likely to rise. In St. Louis, Mayor Cara Spencer says 5 were killed.
The loss of life and the destruction is truly horrendous.
WKYT TV reporter Phil Pendleton.
We're fortunate it wasn't worse.
Late Friday night into Saturday morning was something these city and county officials say they have never experienced in their official capacities.
It appeared to come right across our house. I've never seen lightning or wind like that at home.
The damage was centered in South Somerset.
On Capitol Hill, the House is planning a rare Sunday night session as some Republicans joined with Democrats to vote down President Trump's spending bill. CBS's Bradley Blackburn says lawmakers want to
extend income tax cuts approved during Trump's first term, institute no taxes on tips and overtime pay, boost spending for defense and border security by hundreds of billions of dollars. Some Republican holdouts want even steeper cuts to government spending.
The second part of horse racing's Triple Crown, the Preakness, is on for tonight, and the favorite has a familiar name.
A field of 9 horses will be racing in the 150th Preakness Stakes later today at Pimlico Park. Unlike the sloppy, muddy course at this year's Kentucky Derby, Racing Biz publisher Frank Vespi is expecting the track conditions to be perfect.
That's the ideal. You want sort of a fair track that everybody's kind of run on before, where they can give you their best effort.
Kentucky Derby winner Sovereignty will not be racing. Derby runner-up Journalism is the morning line favorite. Post time is 7:01 Eastern. Erica Herskowitz for CBS News.
New Jersey rail engineers walked off the job yesterday, leaving more than 100,000 train riders in dire straits. New Jersey Transit CEO Chris Calori says he wants a fair deal that won't break the bank.
We are not moving from that, and I hope the union understands that that is where we are and that is where we will be.
There's a possible breakthrough in the battle against Alzheimer's disease. CBS's Dana Jacobson.
The Food and Drug Administration has cleared a first-of-its-kind blood test to help diagnose the disease. The test would be for patients who are 55 and older and are already showing signs of Alzheimer's. Supporters say it would offer a more cost-effective option to spinal taps and PET scans. The Alzheimer's Association says more than 7 million Americans are living with the disease.
Nearly 10 million new cases of dementia every year, and Alzheimer's is the most common form of that. This is CBS News.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Get the savings you want on America's largest 5G network. Visit T-Mobile.com/choice55 and start saving today.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power Charge that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/55 to learn more. It's 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers, plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us, plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Chargers sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
Those Trump administration tariffs are creating a hot new trend.
American-made furniture is in big demand by retailers, in part because of the Trump administration's yo-yo tariffs. Noted artist and home furnishings designer Bob Timberlake is making high-end furniture in his hometown of Lexington, North Carolina, once a hub of furniture production.
We finally are successful in getting furniture back in North Carolina and America.
Davey Carter works in the furniture plant.
Yeah, we've been busy. It's really busy, actually. It's good. It's job security.
Bob Timberlake's American home furniture line has doubled its sales over the past year. Jim Crisula, CBS News, High Point, North Carolina.
Former President George W. Bush is showing off his latest works of art. He has painted world leaders and people who migrated to the U.S., but now the 78-year-old is picking scenes closer to home. He's got 35 new paintings on view at his presidential library. Allison Keys.
Patrick
CBS
was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. 30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me lay on you a so-so entertainer
With George Gale.
Not much of a humanitarian, and this cat was never nobody's friend. You can applaud if you wanna.
AM 1230 KXR.